So, hello everybody. This is Natalie, and I decided to actually do this video. I didn't think about doing it before. Sorry, I'm having breakfast, but this is my testimony. I have gone through a lot when it comes to my pregnancy story and all of that good stuff. Not just me and my husband, Mr. Sharp. We have been through a lot. Within the past 2 years, we went through 2 miscarriages. So early miscarriages, but still nonetheless 2 miscarriages. And my health has gone through a lot of transitions within that time period, specifically from those points. I was diagnosed with MS even recently, and went through a lot of challenges, found out that, my health was not in the prime position that I thought that it was in. And from that point, I have really worked hard at making a lot of life changes in order to get better and to heal and to, make a positive step forward, having gone through 2 miscarriages. And so we never stopped trying. I went to my gynecologist, did several tests, and women, we understand what those tests are and what it feels like and all the emotional exchange that is involved in that process. And I tell you, it was very interesting. And even for the young girls, I encourage you, go get your pap smear and all that rest of that stuff. Do that as soon as possible to make sure that you're healthy and everything down there. And when I went to the gynecologist, did all the tests and whatever, got back my results, nothing was wrong. I do have, like I mentioned, an autoimmune disease, which tends to mess with my progesterone levels from time to time. And that was something that my gynecologist did talk about. And we did understand that there would be things that we would have to do moving forward once I had gotten a positive test for pregnancy. So me and my husband said, okay, all right, we're going to put this in the hands of God. And we're going to try. We're going to try. We're not going to stop trying. I can be very honest with you. It was emotional for me. The first miscarriage was traumatic. It was emotional, but, because it's something that I have been waiting for a long time. And, but we pushed through it together. And the second miscarriage, though, really was a heavy hitter for me. And side note, thank you for all of you who have been praying for me. Thank you. Some people are privy to what actually did happen. And, I know you guys have been standing with me, praying with me throughout this whole process. And thank you, because it really did help me to keep strong and to keep going. But I will admit that it's hard as a woman coming back from that situation and that circumstance and just dealing with all the changes in your body. Number one, if you have had miscarriages and you have to pass out naturally, the miscarriage, then you understand that is a process. That is a process. It is a lot. And sometimes I looked at myself and said, oh my God, what is this? What is this coming out of my body? But anyways, the other problems aside from that and getting to to actually be free enough in yourself, confident enough in your body again to be able to try. That was a situation all on its own. But the other part was the emotional aspect of it. I just did not have any desire for it. It was very hard. I fought with a bit of anxiety and a little bit of depression after the second miscarriage, because I really felt like, as much as, I love my husband and I love being intimate with him, it was just like, why? Why go through that again? Why go through that anticipation again? Why put myself in that place again to possibly be disappointed? And that's a whole thing that I think that is overlooked, especially for women who have gone through miscarriages and stuff like that. Your body changes, and your feelings do change, and your hormones are out of whack and unbalanced, and your body's trying to get back to its original position, and it does take some time for it to do that. So at any rate, me and my husband is one of the best, because he was free and open to talk about it, and he did take my feelings into considerations, and was very honest and transparent, because, and it does take for women to reach out. Wives, reach out to your husbands when you go through situations like this together, because I know it's your body, but they are going through it too. They have such great expectations and hopes, and for that child, for that baby to come, and they lose when you lose. So I took some time and talked to him and tried to understand what it is that he was feeling too as well. And we came to an understanding to know that we trust God despite what has happened. And honestly speaking, it was a loss, but it was a gain. God knew exactly what he was doing. My whole life transformed after that moment. And if I had actually gone to full term or was, the pregnancy was successful, I might, honestly speaking, I might not be in the position that I am today. And that would have been a loss in many respects. So God knew what to do for that very moment. But I'm here today, okay, after all that. It took us, again, all that happened in about 2020, 2021. And now it is 2023. It's January 2023. And I'm here in my washroom, and I tell you, I was hoping and praying. We were both hoping and praying. A lot of people were hoping and praying that 2022 would have been it. I called 2022 my silver cow, my silver cow year, because my birthday is February the 22nd, and it was 2022. So all the twos were lining up. It had to happen in 2022. But 22 came and passed, and it didn't happen. But we still trusted God. I got the news about the MS, and then came a reality for me that I have to actually make this decision, whatever it takes, to choose to have my children most likely than not before I start my treatments. And that was something that was really, really heavy on my heart, because another timeline was put to the test, and another thing that we've been trying to accomplish for years, and it has not happened. And now there's another reason for it for it to be exactly what we want it to be. So we prayed and we fasted, and as a matter of fact, we're on fasting right now, even for my church, and we're believing God. And I just had this confirmation in my spirit that something was different. I remember that when I was preparing to give the New Year's greeting to all of you who are on Facebook and my fans and those who are on YouTube and such, the Lord gave me a word. It's happening. Not it's about to, it's happening. It is here. Get ready. Be ready, actually. Not even get ready. You don't have time for that. Be ready. It's here. And I took that to heart. I knew that the Lord was speaking. And he was speaking so much about the favor and about the blessing that was about to manifest, literally, because it was already in the process. It wasn't about to happen, but it is happening. It's here. And I had that feeling in my heart and confirmation in my spirit that God's promise was in the process. And my period is expected to come in a few days, but something prompted me in my spirit to test for pregnancy. And me and my husband, we've been trying. We did our part. We did our part. We did not skip that part of the script. It's a necessity, and we did it well. So the whole point of the matter is that when I took this test, and I remember pouring out to God before I read the test. I said, God, you know what? I don't believe that you're about to disappoint me. I don't believe that this is going to be a sorrowful day for me. I have confidence in you to know that when you said you were about to do it, when you told me that it is done, it is done, it is done, it is done, I believed that word and I received that word. I said, I know I'm not going to see a negative. This is the day of the positive. And sometimes I know this is giving my journey, but this is a testimony of faith. I believed in God, not in my ability. I believed in the God that I serve. I believed in his word. I believed that when he spoke to me and confirmed it in my spirit, that it was so. And so I spoke to him. I said, God, you guaranteed your word to me, and I believe it. So I have the faith to know that right now, this is about to happen. This is here. It's here. It's here. It's here. Not to mention the fact that my mom just called me a few weeks ago and then told me that my aunt had a dream about a big fish. And it was funny because there were three people who dreamt about fish on the same night. I dreamt about fish, and my husband woke up and was telling me, babe, I just dreamed about fish. And then my mom calls me the next day and is like, girl, your aunt said she saw you with a big fish. And so we were all rejoicing in that. But anyways, I was there in the washroom that day, and I had already done my scriptures and such. Like I said, we've been on fasting, and this fasting is going to be a revolutionary moment in a lot of people's lives, as God has given his instruction to the bishop and the prophet of the house of Word of Life Ministries, Pentecostal Church of God. And we are seeing the changes happening bit by bit, one by one. And this is one for me. I took that test, and lo and behold, I've been taking these forms of tests for the longest while. And I know it's hard for you to see. If it will focus, then that would be great. I don't know how it's going to do that. It's a little blurry, but this is the test that I took at that time. And I know it's very hard for you to actually see. It's quite light, but there is a second line. I wish I could get it to focus. I wish I could. Maybe if I bring it out and put it Okay, so we're gonna have to flip it over. See if this will flip it over. Well, anyways, there's a line. There's a line, glory to God. Let's stop this video and then stop by.